All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the June Cohort Weekly Check-in. So, first on the agenda for today, I just want to find out how you guys are doing. And then secondly, we're going to have presentation for the group that didn't present last week. And then lastly, I will be placing you guys in your new groups for this particular section, which was React, because a lot of you guys were not here last week. And then, yeah, let's first hear from Yolokazi. How are you doing and what challenges have you faced?
Hi everyone. So for now, I'm not really facing any challenges with React as I'm still at the beginning. So I'm still on week one for React. I'm pushing and doing some projects there, just trying to familiarize myself with the syntax of components and building your stuff based on components. So yeah, I'm not really having any challenges with that. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's easier learning React or was it easier learning JavaScript when it comes to your personal preference?
I prefer React. I think that React provides a pretty good structure. And the fact that you don't need to do things over and over again, kind of like it makes life easier.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, mainly because React is a framework and it's designed to basically make your life easier as a developer. So, yeah, I'm not surprised you guys like it as much as I like it. So, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear from, I don't know if Kanye, are you there?
She said her mic is not working.
Okay. All right. All right. Thanks for joining us, Kanye. Thank you. All right. G-Man, are you there? G-Man and Ayuf, are you guys there?
Yeah. Jimin works, so he is in, but he's not gonna be talking.
All right. So who's going to be presenting for G-Man's group? G-Man, I thought we had a agreement last week that you and Pure would be presenting your work this week.
Hello, how are you guys?
Hi, Ayuf. We're good. How are you?
It's been a long time. Yo, on
It
the y'all are good though.
We're good. We're good. Where have you been, sir?
We're okay.
Uh,
Are you?
yeah, it's been tough my side on the problems I've been facing. I've been just facing some financial difficulties, guys. So I'm lost. Even know. I don't even know what are we presenting.
All right. Okay, no problem. Just to fill you in, you guys are supposed to have presented on Git and GitHub section. So
Okay,
this was the quiz game that you and your partner had to do. And then
okay,
secondly, you guys are already on week 2 of React. So
okay.
I will be pairing you with your respective pairs. So I will be dividing you guys into groups of 3. The girls will be together and then the guys will be together because this is such a small cohort, guys. Like it's very difficult to even pair you guys because it's going to be like the same groups over and over. But yeah, that's what you've missed. I hope you'll be able to catch up because you've missed a lot actually. You've missed a lot.
Oh, okay. So we there are 6 of us.
Yeah, there's 6 of you. Kanye has joined your cohort. So she will be part of your cohort as she's starting with React as well.
Okay, no problem. No, I did check the project. So I have developed an e-commerce website, so I don't think I'll be using React, a full stack. So I don't think I'll have a problem with that, but I don't think I'll be able to present. I'll just do the Loom video. I'll send you the Loom video no
No problem.
latest than tomorrow, doing my presentation for the quiz using JavaScript, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll just send you that. Thanks for filling me in. Okay, no problem.
All right, cool. Okay, guys. Then, secondly, so I've checked in on you guys and found out how you guys are doing, where everyone is at. So, you guys should be all on week 2 of React because React was opened last week. So I will be giving you guys your pairs for this particular section. Piwo, Yolo, and Kanyi, you guys will be one group. And then Bongani, Gladman, and Ayuf, you guys will be the other group. Okay. So I'm gonna walk you through the project that you guys have to do. I placed you guys in groups of three intentionally because I think you guys will need the extra hands on these projects because React is really not, it's not too difficult, but you need a lot of hands on deck as well because it's a big project. Okay, so I'll introduce you guys to week one. I hope you guys have at least started with this part where we introduce you to React and what JSX is. Basically, it's like writing HTML inside of your JavaScript files, which is pretty weird but cool at the same time. We just introduce you there. And then there's a really great video that you guys can watch. I think it's 3 hours long, a React video with Bob Zero. I would advise you guys to please go through this video. Make sure you watch it at least twice, right? And give yourself enough time to go through it as well. Don't try to watch it all at once. Give yourself breaks within watching this video. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. So as you go through it, these are the different timestamps that you can see, or the different things you'll be learning. They'll walk you through your first React app, how to create your first React app, how to set up your machine or your environment, why we use React, what JSX is, what are CDNs, as well as the different components and why we use components in React. Pretty awesome stuff if you ask me, and how you can create your React app. I would like to address also, guys, please kindly use create React app as a way of creating your React apps, because I know there are other ways to do this. But the reason we practice using React app, it's the most popular way that you can create a React app, especially if you're part of the React community. This is the way that most people would do it. So if you ever get stuck or you ever need to debug, there's more documentation on using Create React app. Okay, I see a hand up. Ayuf?
Oh, so basically you're saying we must use the npm library, so npx create react app, which we
Yes.
imported from the npm library, not using the vite methods or other funny stuff.
So I noticed a lot of students are going for the Vite method because apparently it's easier. That's what I've heard.
It,
But I
okay.
personally have not used it. But from what I've seen and all the different tutorials I see on YouTube,
Mm,
most tech mentors and most tech people recommend you to use Create React App or NPM way of doing it, because when you get stuck, there's documentation for you to find a way or a solution to your problem. And Vite is fairly new, I believe. I could be
yes.
mistaken. So you might get stuck and then you don't have a way of fixing it. You know what I mean?
Okay, true,
Yeah.
true. Thank you.
But if you, as an individual, you would like to explore Vite, there's no problem with that. You can definitely do that. But for the particular projects of Microsoft Academy, would advise you guys to use NPM, because now imagine if you're using Vite on your collaboration with Yolo Kazi and Yolo is using NPM start. That is gonna be a little bit tricky when you guys have to collaborate or merge your code. So that's the issue I have. All right. Okay, let's just move on forward. So after watching this video, you guys will have the different prerequisites on how to learn React. So basically, what foundations you need to learn React, and you guys already have this. Um, you will learn about NPM, creating React app, the virtual DOM, an intro to JSX, the components, your modules such as your import and exporting modules, how you can import your components, and yeah. And then you also learn about state and state management, as well, which is just a way of how your code is being updated. For example, how you can manipulate the DOM as well using state, um, how you can style your components, the properties, and rendering your elements. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through the individual assignment that you guys have. This one is just an individual assignment. This will not count for any grading because this is just for practice. So you guys need to create something similar to this. It's like a profile overview of you being a front end developer, what you do. Kind of reminds me of Instagram, and then your followers, the people that are following your projects, and where people can view your profile. This is all done using components, right? So you're going to create different components to be able to have this type of thing. And then we give you the instructions over here. This one is just one single component. So basically, when you look at components, you will easily say this is a function, was right? And that's literally what it is. A component is a function that has a particular function to do or particular work to do. And you can constantly reuse that function or that component in your program without creating it over and over again in your program. Okay, so you just follow these instructions, and these are the styling and how you can import your component into your app.js file, right? All right. So basically, what I'm gonna say to you guys, this is me importing the component that I just created, and then inside the app.js, I will have a div. Always make sure that you have a div within like one singular div, which is your parent div. Otherwise, your code will not run because React works in a way that everything has to be within one individual parent div, and then within that parent div, you will have all your different components inside it. All right. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have issues in terms of that. Just a heads up on that. I think I saw a question or a hand. A youth.
Yes, oh, just a quick question. Is it safe to assume now that all our development will be in React going forward?
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
So if maybe perhaps someone wants to develop outside the React framework, how would should we perhaps consult that?
Okay, so basically, the different capstone projects that you guys are gonna have now, we would expect you to incorporate what you are learning, right? So it will be a React app, for example, or if you start working with Node, you'll have a React app with Node, and then it will be connected using things like Express.js, right?
Okay.
So anything outside of that you can do, of course, but for our particular scope at Microsoft Academy, we're testing you guys on React and the
Okay.
different, yeah, foundations that we've taught you basically.
So going forward, it should be required of us to develop in React.
Definitely.
Thank you for that one.
All right. All right. And then, yeah, that was for week one, ne? So now we're on week two, which you guys were supposed to be currently on for this week or today. You guys will be walked through state manager management as well as React routing. React routing, which is just a way of working on different pages of your React app or routing to different pages on your React app because it's not the same as what we've been doing with HTML and CSS where you have different pages in like you have a single page of your application. It's very different when it comes to React, so we need React routing and React navigation for that. All right, so there are more advanced component concepts. We'll have a new video here where Bob Zero will walk you through a more advanced part of React. So you guys will build the Airbnb experience clone. Very exciting project. It's also a 2 hour video. I would advise you to go through it and browse through it as well, but don't waste too much time on trying to follow everything that he's doing. But it would be great if at least half of the video you follow on what he's doing, because it will be great practice for you. And then if you do follow the video, it will introduce you to everything else that's coming in the course, like handling events, state being explained, a practical challenge of use state, the use effect or the different hooks that we have in React, and also the conditional rendering, list and keys, form inputs in React as well. I hope I'm not going too fast, guys, but I really want to get like a glance. I want you guys to get a glance of what will be expected of you. And then in the routing part, like I said, for your routing and going to the different pages and navigating in React, you guys will be importing the modules or the routes for the different or the multiple pages of your React application. And then you'll be passing data between your routes as well. The first project, which is important, this will be your first individual capstone, which is the bakery website. This task, you have to create a multi-page website for a local bakery, and then you have to implement everything you've learned about React and React Router DOM, right? And then every time you create your React app, remember that you also have to install React Router DOM. That's the power of using React. So whenever you use a library like React Router DOM, you have to install it. Okay. So if the next person, let's say someone clones your project and they're trying to get it to work, they would also have to install React Router DOM for it to be able to work. So people can't just steal your code anymore and just have your project on their machines. They have to know which libraries or packages to install as well. All right. So after setting up and creating your React app, you will create your pages. The first page should be a home page, about us page, and a menu page. Just to give you a hint, these pages are actually your components, right? So every component, your home page is a component, about us page is a component, and then your menu page is also a component. And these are all being called on your app.js so that it can be rendered on your React app. All right. And then we set up your router DOM in your main app component where you set up browser router and all these different things so that you can be able to navigate through the application of multiple pages. And then, yeah, I've explained navigation already. Then you have to style obviously your application and test it out as well. And then that will be your bakery website. So this is not too deep. This is just an intro of what is expected of you to know in React. Okay, and then you will have a pair project. And for this pair project, you are to build a recipe page or a recipe book. So this recipe book needs to have or display different recipes. So you will have your homepage, obviously, and then on your homepage, you will have like components, for example, or cards, right? And then on every card is a recipe and an image and the name of a recipe, the description of the recipe. And then when you press on that card, it should lead you to the recipe list or the details of that recipe, right? Which is where React Router and React Navigation comes in, right? So the requirements is to have a recipe list page. This will be the main page. Then you have a recipe detail where you have detailed information about the recipe, and then state management. And for state, each recipe should be an object with properties such as a title, a description, ingredients, preparation steps, as well as the picture. And then the state should be managed using use state hook. Use state hook is nicely explained as well in the course. Then I already talked about routing. Let me see, someone wants to join the meeting. All right. Okay, guys, do you guys have any questions? I don't want to bombard you guys with too much information at this moment. I think if you guys are focused now on week 2, let's focus on week 2, and then we'll cover week 3 next week. Any questions regarding the project and the due dates of everything?
On my side, I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, for the individual one, like the capstone one for week 2, are we expected to present it tomorrow? I mean, next week. I meant.
Um, so you guys started with React on the 5th of September, right? Yeah, you guys were supposed to start last week. Okay, let me just check the dates quickly. Okay, so you guys will present next week for the recipe one.
For
So
the pay one.
yeah,
Okay.
so the pay one is the recipe book. Okay? So you guys will present on the 19th, and then you should be done with the bakery as well, the bakery website as well. Okay? And then
Okay.
you guys will have the Apple commerce site, which will be due on the 26th of September. Yeah, so you'll be presenting on the 26th of September, the Apple one, the e-commerce site, and then on the 19th, you'll be presenting the recipe book. I hope I'm
Okay.
clear. You got it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool, guys. Do you guys have any more questions? I will be sending through the names of the groups on the group as well for those who did not make it to the meeting. So it's 3 per group: Piwo, Yolo, and Kanye on the first group, and then Bongani, Gladman, and Ayuf on the second group. And then you guys will be presenting on the 19th, your first group project for React. No questions, guys. Guys, you know what I've noticed is that a lot of people are going through it, especially at this level of React. Please don't keep quiet, guys. Please don't struggle and suffer on your own. Reach out to one another, reach out to me as well. I know I'm also still a student and going through this project as well, but I'm done with this project. So if you guys need help, also reach out to me and I'll try my best to help you as well. And then, yeah, don't suffer in silence, guys. That's what I'm going to say. Do not suffer in silence because this is a huge project as well. And React is very fun. I'm not going to lie. I like it personally, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And especially if you have to collaborate with other people on it as well. So, yeah, that's it for me, guys. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. And then we'll go through the Apple e commerce site next week.
Okay. Cool. No questions on my side.
All right. Thanks, Yolo. Bye, everyone.
Oh, hi, Devil. I'm here now.
Bye, Tebu.
Oh, hey, Piwo.
Yes, can I share my screen?
Oh, you'd like to represent? No problem.
Mm. I'm just gonna present everything on GitHub and then I'm gonna show the website. Cause yeah.
All right. Gladman was your partner, right, Piwo?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
So this is everything we have committed, and um there are two contributors, which is Grandman and myself.
Can I see how many branches you guys have on your project? All right. Did you guys create any other branches so you could merge your code?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you guys were supposed to create different branches to work on because the whole point of this project was so you guys can collaborate on Git, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just a pointer on that for next time, try to create a branch named PO, for example, and then Gman can create his own branch as well, and then you work on your branch. Okay, so you apply everything that you've learned. So you get checkout every time you're working on your branch, and then you work in that branch. Then after that, you commit your branch and merge it to the main. Okay. Please remember this, guys, because it's so important because when you guys become software engineers, that's how you're going to be working. You won't be working on the main branch like this because then the code could break anytime if someone makes a mistake, for example. But if you're working on your own separate branch, you could always revert the changes, for example, or go back or roll back your changes. All right, you can continue.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Um, so we showed OOP in classes. Showed OOP in classes, and also as well as in error functions, and we also used inheritance um, in the new questions. Also, we showed inheritance in the new questions, and then yes. So in terms of our final product, so this is our final product, and this is Mr. Leo. And then we click this button. It gives you instructions on how to proceed with the following with the game. And then this is the first question. And then when you click, let's say this is the answer, and then when you submit, um, Mr. Leo will give you a thumbs up, meaning that you have the question was correct. And you also get here a prompt saying that you got the answer right. And then this button, which is next, will automatically appear. And then we have this score here. This score here shows you how many questions you got right. And then this is another question. So let's say you click B, you submit. As you can see, this is the wrong answer. Mr. Leo is sad, and the score still remains as 1 because you didn't get the second question correct. And then when let's say this is okay, when you click next, this is the next question. And then let's say you say it's an array, you submit. Yes, you got it right. And then as you can see that the score here increases because now you have answered 2 questions correct. Then you click next, you do the rest for each and every one. Then you now in question 5, you submit this, you got it wrong, you submit again, you got it right. So as you can see, your score is increasing. And then you click next, you submit, you get wrong, and then you submit again, you get wrong, and then you submit, you get wrong. And then the final question, let's say you say A, you submit, okay, you got wrong. So this is basically your final answer. You got 30%, and then it will give you an option to retake the quiz. Thank you.
All right, amazing guys. Great job, great job. Well done. I like that you guys linked up the animation with whenever the user gets an answer wrong. How did you guys do that actually? It's pretty interesting.
May you please repeat your question?
How did you guys link the how what correlation did you guys do so that when the user gets the answer wrong, the animation shows the emotion that it was wrong? Like how did you guys do that?
We used if else statements.
Okay, can you go to your code and just show us how you did it?
Here are the if. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So here are the if else statements and the new questions.
Okay, but my question is how did you link it with the animation? That's what I was asking.
I'm not sure. Maybe Gladman can answer.
Okay. All right, guys. You guys collaborated well, but I didn't see any branches or separate branches where you guys merged your code or anything. So I think you guys need to work on that. Um, go back through the course and look at how you can create a branch, how you can git checkout branch so that you can create your branch and work in that branch, how you can git push and git pull, for example, and how you can merge every time so that the other person, when they are pulling on their side, everything will be merged and up to date. Please just go back and do that. It's very important that you guys know how to do that. And then I love the project. It looks really good. The front end is amazing as usual. I mean, I'm not surprised because you guys really did well for the front end. And yeah, guys, please know how to explain your code. Know how everything works. Don't just say to us, this is the code, this is this. Like, be able to explain what does each line of code do so we can know what you did. And people can learn by you just presenting your work as well. Because if you can't explain the code to us, like, what did you learn then? What did you learn from this whole project if you can't explain even one line of code? And then, yeah, great job, guys. I will look through the code again and give you a final mark at the end. Yeah. All right. Any more questions, guys? No questions. Okay. All right, guys. I'll just post the names of the different groups, the new groups, and you will be keeping these groups for week 3 as well. So the final project as well. So yeah, these will be your partners for the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right, everybody. All the best on your projects. I will see you guys next week.
Thank you, Tebu.
Bye, guys. Bye, YOLO.
Bye, everyone.